Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Another classic today. We'll learn how to do Schools Out by Alice Cooper. So this one's got some pretty fun riffs in it, some iconic riffs that opens it. And so we're gonna go through all of the riffs of the song. We're not gonna do the solos. I just kind of decided to skip all the fills and solos since they seem to go from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. I just said, you know what, let's just do the riffs. And even for the riffs, there's a lot of kind of overdubbed guitar parts in there. So we're just kind of really doing the main riff that's going on at each time. But pretty close to the album. So anyway, so I hope you guys will follow along with it. Before I get into it though, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Ring that notification bell so you don't release a new video, and you can like and comment and help me out with the algorithm stuff. And if you really want to support what I do here on YouTube, the best way to do it is to join my Guitar Academy. I have an online kind of guitar school called the GL365 Academy, and you'll see a link to it in the description below. That link will give you actually a free 7-day trial too, so you can check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. My online guitar school contains all my guitar courses, from complete beginner courses to more advanced courses in technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone. You get personalized support from me. We have weekly live video chats with me every Saturday, with just me and some Academy members. So it's like kind of a smaller community, fun community, and you can get your questions answered in real time in a live video chat. So hope to see you there. Now let's jump into this track. I'm in standard tuning here. So Glenn Buxton kind of did most of the guitar stuff on this, and like I said, there's a lot of solos going on in the song, a lot of overdubs and fills and stuff. We're gonna really kind of stick with his riffs here. All right, so we have this opening, this intro riff that is very similar to the verse riff. So after the vocals come in, he kind of tones down the riff just a little bit. But for the first 6 times that you hear this riff, it's played like this. So now, what is he doing here? He's playing this 12th fret here on the low E, and if you notice, I'm actually grabbing that note with my thumb. If you can do that, it keeps you from having to which is actually probably more awkward doing that little jump with your index finger than actually just holding this note with your thumb. But you can do it whatever way is comfortable for you. But you're gonna hit that 12th fret on the low E string a couple of times, kind of muted. And then we're gonna go to, we're basically playing A major and G major triads here. Now, what you're kind of hearing on the recording, you're hearing the G string and the B string probably the most. But there is the E and the D there going along with it. So he's playing the full triad. So you're here, but because of the nature of these strings, you're hearing those louder. So we basically go. So you play the low E string twice there at the 12th. Then you play that, you just bar your ring finger across the 14th fret of the D, G, and the B. And then back to 12 on the low E a couple times. And then just barring your index finger across the 12th fret of the D, G, and the B. Back to the couple hits on the low E. Then you hit that A again, and then, and here, you just play kind of that chord, but you really want to hear that G string there on the B, so you might want to try the G and the B this time. Because then it resolves down to the 14th fret there on the D. And there's a quick little slide off of it, so we have this. So you see it, kind of holding that. I really want those notes to come out. So I'm gotta go away from that D string there on that last one. Basically do that 6 times. So after you've done it 6 times, the vocals come in. So when Alice comes in, we play this riff 4 more times, but we don't resolve it to that last note on the D string. We just play the riff without that. Just so you just kind of end on just 4 times. All right, now from there, so that being the main riff, from there we go to a pre-chorus after you've played that verse riff 4 times. This pre-chorus only happens once in the song. It looks like this. So you can play this here. I mean, there's not a lot of footage of Glenn playing this like way back in the day, like right when it was recorded in like '72. There is live, like kind of, I think they have like Top of the Pops footage, but there's obviously they're not actually playing. It's just a kind of a pre-recorded thing, which every band had to do for some reason back then. But you know, when you see them play a real gig, they're always playing. But for that one, TV stuff, I guess not. But anyway, so we have, you could do this here at the, just as a C power chord here at the 8th fret of the low E string. So I'm kind of hitting that and just lifting off the pressure a little bit. So I'm not leaving the strings, I'm just kind of creating that rhythm after I hit it and just release the pressure. Then I'm going to take it up 2 frets to the 10th fret, hit that once, and then go up to 11. By the way, you can do that here too. It's off the 3rd fret of the A string. So you can do it there if you want. Now, doesn't matter. One is easier to grab the next riff. This one's easier to grab from the previous riff. So whatever you want to do. All right, now we get to the chorus. The chorus, this first time you hear it, is played 3 times, and it ends with a different series of chords than it does a little bit for the remaining chorus sections. So this first chorus looks like this. All right, so we're going to start here with this power chord off the 3rd fret of the low E string. So I'm playing a 3 string power chord, 3rd fret on the low E, 5th on the A and the D there. Then you can take that, just let that ring, then take it up to the 6th fret, then the 8th fret, sorry, 6, 8, and then we're going to go over to the 8th fret on the A string. So the same power chord shape, just move everything down 1 string. And here we have some overdubs. It almost sounds like there's an acoustic guitar doing some like percussive hits, and a couple of guitar players playing it. So I'm kind of putting those together here to get the rhythm that I'm playing here at this part. It looks like this. It really helps propel the song along, so it's better than going. Yeah, obviously it's a lot more interesting. So what I'm doing is I'm going to play that power chord, slide it up 2 frets to the 10th fret, then just hit the chord, and then do a quick down, up, down. So I'm doing a muted down, up, down. So just mute the strings here. So we have this. And then we're going to do that slide from the 8 power chord to the 10 power chord here. The muted hit again. So we have this. Then you're going to hit the 10th fret again, and then another down, up, down muted hit. So there's 3 muted kind of down, up, downs in there. So just from here. One more time. You don't have to mute it all like that. I'm just going so slow. You can just mute it with your index finger. Then you gotta, as you're doing those final three mutes, you can be working your way back to start the riff over again. So with this. So repeat that 3 times. Now, this ending here for this first chorus is this. So, there's more than one guitar here. I think there's a guitar playing straight power chords, and there's another one doing some open string stuff. So we basically are going to have a kind of, and definitely in the next one you hear that. So you can just start it as a power chord off the 5th fret of the low E string. So 5 on the low E, 7 on the A, 7 on the D. So play those 3 notes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bar the index finger all the way across to the 5th fret there on that D. So then just pick up the note on the D string. So now when you hit the chord again, it's just that 5th fret there on the D string. Still leave this one there, the 7th on the A. So it's just a 1-note changes. So that's an A power chord that has a flat 7 in there. So it's kind of implying you could say it implies a dominant 7 chord. And then we're going to take that down to an F major chord. So just the 1st fret, you don't have to do a full F major bar, but you can just do the 1st fret on the low E, 3rd on the A, 3rd on the D, 2nd on the G. So that's the only time you're going to see that ending. It's going to be a little bit different for the remaining chorus sections. All right, now we get to the bridge section. This has some guitar harmony work going on. One kind of does the. And you'll see Glenn do that live. And then you see there's a lower harmony line of it. So what I've done here is I'm just putting them together. So that's not how it's played live. Obviously, they're playing them 1 note at a time. They have a lot more than 1 guitar player. I think that he usually has 2 or 3 guitar players at a time. But you can do those together quite easily. So just for simplicity, we'll do them together. So we have the 3rd fret on the G string. I'm sorry, did I say 3rd fret? I did say 3rd fret. I'm losing my mind. 9th fret on the G string, 8th fret there on the B. So you do those together. I'm hybrid picking them. You can pick the low string with the G string with the pick, and then the middle finger can pick the B string. So we have that. And then you just can play the 7th fret on the B and the G. Take that same thing down to the 5th fret, both notes. And then back to the 7th. Just repeat that. All right, and then we get to the solo, which I'm obviously not going to cover, but underneath that solo is the verse riff. Just kind of 4 times. And then Alice comes back in with the vocals over the same riff. So it's just a normal verse playing it 4 more times when the vocals come in. So this one's different though. Out of the verse, we go straight to the chorus. We don't do the pre-chorus. And the chorus is played a different amount of times. It's only played twice, and it has a different ending. So it looks like this. All right, so that's the same riff, same chorus riff, just twice though. Now, instead of the A to F ending, we have a G to F ending, G to F to C ending, sorry. So that looks like this. It starts out like a G power chord. This first one's a little bit different than this one right here is a little bit different than the next chorus ending. But we have, like I said, this is the product of some overdubs, some guitars just kind of coming together, creating these voicings. They might not, each guitar player might not be doing these specific voicings, but I'm trying to put them together so you can actually kind of just do it with one guitar. So it does start as a G power chord. So it's just that same chord that starts the chorus. But then here we have an F power chord. And you also hear an open G in there. An open G or just a G could be like this. Like some sort of an add 9 type thing. So the best way to kind of get that together is just do that power chord here, then take it down to the first fret, but make sure you've got this index finger arced enough where you have the open G ringing with it. You do it like that, maybe. So just getting that low F there. It's easy to get that open G. And then it's going to go to a C major chord. So it's a standard C major chord, but we're going to put the 5th in the bass. So your regular C major bar chord here is the 3rd fret there on the A, and then you're barring the 5th fret across the D, G, and the D. But like I said, we're going to add that 3rd fret there on the low E string with it. So you get the 5th in the bass. So then we're to the same bridge section. It's just a little bit longer. And then we're back to the chorus again immediately. Now this chorus is the one that ends the song. So we're back to playing the riff 3 full times. And then we have a very similar ending to what we just did. You don't add that G to the F chord there. So it just looks like this. All right, so same riff that we did before the previous chorus, just that main chorus riff done 3 times. And that ending, you can just do a G power chord, an F power chord, chord F major, G power chord, the F power chord, into that same C major with G in the bass. And that is it for School's Out. A fun song to play and got some kind of risk. That are, fun to kind of really dig into. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.